Growing up on a dairy farm, I remember wondering why are some animals always chewing. My parents used to tell me vaguely they are chewing their cud, which left me to wonder, what exactly is cud? It was difficult for my parents to explain, and even more difficult for me to understand. Cud is a portion of food that returns from an animal's stomach to the mouth to be chewed for the second time. Cud is produced during a digestive process called rumination. Cattle, deer, sheep, goats, and antelope are some examples of animals that chew their cud. When cud chewing animals eat their food, some of the food is stored in a special pouch within its stomach. It later regurgitates this stored food, or cud, and begins to chew it again. This may sound unappealing, but it provides this animal a way of getting the most nutrients from their food and also helps prevent hunger. Some animals, such as llamas and goat, cud chew all day long. Because of constant cud chewing, these animals also have higher instances of dental problems. Many of these animals will lose teeth, and if this happens, it makes cud chewing a little more difficult. Regardless of whether they have teeth or not, they always chew their cud. Animals that chew their cuds are referred to as ruminants. Ruminants are herbivores, meaning their diets consist of mainly plant material. Ruminants have multiple compartments in their stomachs which allow them to store and digest their food in this special way. Dairy cows spend almost 8 hours a day chewing their cuds for a total of almost 30,000 chews daily. It can be said that a content cow is one who is seen chewing her cud. In reality, there is quite a bit of truth in this statement. When cows chew their cuds, they secrete saliva. This saliva contains a natural antacid which helps to buffer the rumen or first compartment of the stomach. Proper buffering of the rumen allows a cow to digest forages better and to eat more feed, which helps her produce more milk. What stimulates a cow to chew her cud? When a cow chews her cud, she is regurgitating a bolus of food into her mouth which she rechews and reswallows. Forages of sufficient length need to be fed to dairy cows and heifers for optimal production of salvia. 15 to 20% of forages fed need to be longer than 1.5 to 2 inches. Forages which are pulverized during mixing or chopping will not allow for sufficient cud chewing. Cud chewing often can be used as an indicator of the health of a dairy herd. Cows who do not chew their cuds enough may have lowered milk fat tests, may become lame, or have other digestive upsets such as twisted stomachs or displaced abomasums. All of these problems directly affect the profitability of a dairy operation. From a practical standpoint, how can we make sure that cows get enough effective fiber or long forages to stimulate cud chewing? Feed enough high-quality forages. Cows are ruminants and evolved to utilize forages, not grain, as their primary feed source. Make sure that 15 to 20% of the forage is greater than 2 inches in length when a cow eats it. In other words, 4 to 5 lbs of long hay goes a long way in stimulating a cow to chew her cud. If you are using a TMR mixer, do not run it more than 3 to 5 minutes. A TMR mixer run too long pulverizes both hay and corn silage. Take a handful of corn silage and TMR mix and look to see if they have a similar length of chop. If the silage in the TMR mix is a lot smaller than the original corn silage, you are mixing too long. If alfalfa hay is mixed in a total mixed ration, make sure it is added last so that it is not mixed too long. The most important thing you can do is observe your cows. Generally, we expect to see 60 to 70% of cows actually chewing their cuds when they are resting. Pay attention to fresh cows to see that they are chewing their cuds. Taking time to carefully observe your cows will pay dividends in recognizing potential problems before they become major headaches.
Yeah.